picture from Orion. The small box is mission control. What's happening there now? Guide us through what we're looking at.
I think we're looking back at the Earth, actually. It's really been an incredible day for this crew, action-packed up till now. It's a little bit quieter now. I think this is probably the first moment that they're just getting a second to breathe and take it all in. But they're in a very elliptical orbit around the Earth, and so they're actually quite far away, maybe 20,000 miles away from the Earth. So the Earth looks kind of small and it's backlit, so it almost looks like the moon, but I think that's the Earth. They've been checking out their systems, and they did some proximity operations testing where they're simulating what it might be like to dock with a future lunar lander. All these things are so important in this test flight to make sure we achieve the objectives of Artemis 2.
So what do we expect for the day ahead?
Well, if the launch day was exciting, actually, the first 25 or so hours of this mission are the most action-packed. So we had the launch, we had the proximity operations testing, we're testing life support systems, all sorts of other things, making sure that spacecraft is operating as it should. Tomorrow, so just about 24, 25 hours after launch, so tomorrow at about the same time we launch today, will be the translunar injection burn. If all is going according to plan, that's the moment where we hit the gas and head towards the moon.
That'll be something to see. And then if they get there, they get to see the backside of the moon in the way that no other humans in history ever have. What do they expect to see?
Can you believe it? Isn't that amazing? First of all, they're the first people in 50 years to leave the vicinity of Earth and go into deep space. So that in itself is amazing. Then the specifics of their trajectory are such that they'll swing around the backside of the moon farther away from the moon than prior missions have gone, than the Apollo missions went, which were actually orbiting quite close to the moon. So they'll kind of then go into deep space. So that in itself is amazing. Then the specifics of their trajectory are such that humans have ever seen. So it's a whole new view of the moon.
And, this whole thing is being sped up a bit by the space race. We think about the 60s and 70s, it was a space race with Russia. Right now, it's a space race with China. You know a thing or two about this. You saw some of this with JPL.
Yeah.
What is the timetable that President Trump is pushing for with all this?
Well, one of the really exciting things that's happening right now is that NASA is pushing to accelerate our return to the surface of the moon. Artemis 2 is a key first step to that. Shake down that rocket, make sure we understand how that spacecraft works. Next, we need the lander that's going to take the crew of a future mission down to the surface. Before, the last time we launched an Artemis mission was 3 years ago. We want to get on a 1-year cadence or even faster. And we hope to land crew on the moon by 2028. And that's during the current president's term. So that's an exciting political goal, but it's a great goal that aligns with our ambitions, our global ambitions of leadership as well.
So it is very possible in 2028, the last year of the Trump presidency, we would have the Olympic Games here in America and have this incredible moment of landing on the moon, which would be quite a way for him to potentially go out. So obviously, President Trump in politics is so divisive for so many people. But this concept of space really brings people together. And you know who else brings people together? This kid that CNN interviewed today who was there at the launch site. Watch this.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the freaking moon, that's why.
See, he's getting a lot of attention. There is something about the way that space unites, and you've seen this firsthand for so long.
It brings us together. It helps our aspirations come to the forefront, come to the surface, our imaginations. And, that's something that binds us all together as human beings. Whether, we're from any country, anywhere, we all dream of a better future, of exploring new things, of what it might be like to wake up one day on the moon. That would be incredible. So it's great to see young people inspired by this. That I can't think of a better goal. That's really why we do it.
It is really something. Man, we need some good news and we need some moments for unity right now. Lori Leshin, thanks for joining us. By the way, what a great Zoom background you have. Props on your setup there. Very nice.
Central here.